What is going on, dear friends? Ready for 10 more bard plays? Then come and join me on this magical journey through the mean streets of Runeterra. You will quickly find out why the streets are mean and dangerous, as a scoundrel Aurelia decided to try and pickpocket Jinx for some of that shutdown money. However, the ever-vigilante officer bard is on duty, and I pin her to the wall before she is able to reach her. No handcuffs are needed when you have your cosmic bind available. At number 9, we have another theft attempt example, but on this occasion, the blindfolded burglar attempted to hide himself in the bushes for his chance to steal this endangered drake specimen. He did not account for our thermal vision live feed, which revealed him. Let's rewind. Another criminal bites the dust. I take a page from his book and await the right timing to catch him red-handed. Our proactive measures allowed for a quick arrest with little resistance offered. Just another day in the job for Officer Bard. In other occurrences, however, you need hired protection to help you enforce the law from bullies like this Jin and Galio. Jin attempted to bully me, assuming I was on my own, because he knew he had the gargoyle on his back, but the forces of the law also have large bodyguard connections, and my boys Mundo and Cho were ready to swiftly aid me in bringing these outlaws to justice. Being an authority figure also implies the wisdom to take split-second decisions. To know when to push and when to retreat. Officer Caitlin's backup assistance was delayed, and so I had to fall back and regroup. And yes, luck is also an integrate factor in keeping you and your team safe. That last-second dodge allowed me and Officer Caitlin to get back on chase. Ash and her ninja companion weren't as willing as Lee Sin in the previous case and tried to make a run for it. Despite all the resistance offered and even attempting to strike back at us, they eventually succumbed to the forces of the law and surrendered. We are slowly making Runeterra a safer place, one criminal at a time. This particular Drake Pit Avenue has been giving us problems in the past weeks. It has become a regular occurrence for criminals to attempt stealing this rare specimens, which are valued immensely on the black market. For the time being, however, the large investment from the Runeterra PD in positioning training is allowing us to have the upper hand on wrongdoers. Even in the face of some officer casualties and major injuries, we are able to keep our composure and make sure we bring these lawbreakers to justice, all the while assuring that these drakes are delivered safely to the designated zoo facilities. You may recall these scumbags from previous crimes. This Galio and Jin were featured previously, and this time brought the help of the Vault Breaker Vi, and Silas, who is a known multiple-time escapee from prison. We were able to match the numbers this time and, with our superior training, ensure the success of our mission. Sometimes, you have to take the offensive and prevent organized crime from taking action. An inside informant gave us the scoop on the hideout of a high-ranked goon, and it turned out he likes to hang around the second-tier turret at bot lane. Our team showed up unnoticed and without a warrant. The sound of the alarm pings from the base echoed and alerted his pet alligator, as well as his accomplice wife Kaisa. After tackling them both as they attempted to run, we were able to bring Kaisa into custody. The alligator is still wanted and on the loose for now. We managed to bring another one of his associates down in the process. He was, however, void of any useful information to the force. Another not so widely known integral part of the job is managing the team's morale. The unrelenting pursuit of justice can sometimes deviate us into disregarding our teammates. On this example, you can see me diving deep to catch the Caitlin that Kazakhs was chasing for years. I immediately apologized and offered him my intel on Nami, so that he could get his share of the laurels on this big operation. In the end, our main duty is catching all of this delinquent individuals. In equal parts dangerous and fun, one of my favorite responsibilities comes when I have to work as a decoy for another agent. Special Agent Deputy Lucien had finally caught track of the whereabouts of our main antagonists from this week's episode, Jin and Galio. My mission for this particular operation was to somehow grab these good-for-nothing dudes' attention, so that Agent Lucien had better angles of approach on his detention. My first attempt was deemed a failure and I had to back and regroup for another go. As I tried it again, however, both Jin and Galio fell straight for my jab-bait and allowed Officer Lucien to detain the fake artist. Without his mastermind partner, his goon Gargoyle quickly followed the same fate. Our terrific execution was later recognized on the department and the chief bought us some beers to celebrate. However, celebrations on the PD are always short and unfulfilling. Apparently, while we were at the pub drinking beer, Mundo and Kaisa escaped prison and were trying to reunite with their lost pet alligator. It had apparently ran into one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Runeterra, downtown Ash's Pit, and it seemed like that was the designated rendezvous for reuniting with whom apparently was their leader. We quickly assembled a task force to engage them, and we were able to finally detain the alligator, whom they call Renekton apparently, and Kaisa was also arrested. Mundo got away, but we overheard him scream,
"Quick! Run, Mr. Zillion!"
We later found out that Zillion was the name of the mysterious old man that immediately attempted to run from me at that stage. He was the gang leader. Now, I know that me and the boys had a few beers in our system at this stage and that we sometimes skipped leg day on the gym, but still that takes nothing away from the fact that this old man was a legit runner. I mean, I felt like I was chasing Usain Bolt. Eventually I caught up with the man, but the problem is, he wasn't just fast, he was also agile and extremely mobile. He also had a few tricks and moves up his sleeve which left me completely stunned at some points of the chase. The maniac legitimately carried live grenades on his pockets. After finally cornering him, in desperation, he attempted a really weird trick. Just like our PD-trained dogs, he faked his own death trying to make me somehow give up on him. It was such a strange move that I actually hesitated and had to chase him again for a bit, eventually handing Officer Jinx the honor of reading him his Miranda rights. It was easily the biggest chase of my career, and I have sworn to never skip leg day again moving forward after this. And just when you think you can finally go home and watch a few episodes of Law and Order in peace, the car radio buzzes for another terrible piece of news. They got out again somehow. Jin, Galio, Silas, Vi. And they literally even called in the cavalry with a mounted soldier named Khaled. Luckily for us, this wannabe gang's leader, Silas, relies on dumb tricks like mimicking his foes. And after watching me ulti and stun Galio and Jin, he decided to ulti his friends again for another double stun. Finally, after a ridiculously long day at work, we managed to detain and arrest the whole crew at once and call it a day. It will only be a short week of resting, because we have another 10 really bad plays scheduled for next week. See you guys there. Goodbye.